Okay, so 90% of it is if we educate ourselves to behave responsibly and do the right thing, that will keep us safe. But of course, there's the 10% of the very sophisticated hacks that don't target my failings as a human being, that are just going after whatever it may be, whether it's our databases and it's ransomware or whatever else it may be, hacking into our bank accounts, whatever it may be. What about those threats, particularly for small businesses at the moment as we sit here in late 2024?
Right. Small business have a fiduciary duty to safeguard customer data and themselves. If they're not doing it because of budget constraints, that's what we hear all day long. Hey, give us a quotation. No, sorry, too beyond our budget. They're going to get hacked. And you working with them as a consumer, you are at risk. So we had a campaign a few years ago about mobile apps. You know, the mobile apps go crazy here, right? Everybody's putting a mobile app, put it on the App Store. Obviously, yes, Google and Apple both have some type of security clearance that they do, but it's really doesn't make the mobile app secure. So we went and did a campaign that says, hey, before you put your credit card in there, ask your mobile, you know, that application provider do they have a cybersecurity certificate, right? So I guess it comes down to regulations at that point, right? If the government is implementing and putting rules in place, right, for different industries. Let's take the IFC, for example. I think that plays lots of small businesses and enterprises there. One of the best regulated places in the world. They're not joking.
It's a big statement.
It's one of the best regulated places in the world. They don't allow your fintech app. I'm doing business with them every day. All these fintech guys go and get a license there. First of all, get a license. They kill you. I mean, they make sure that you have disclosed everything about everything, which is fantastic. There's just no stone unturned. That's from the compliancy standpoint. The second is that if you have technology, you have to go through the steps. And you have to bring third-party certifications that your software is secure, your data is segregated. The rules that are in place in the IFC are not, I wish they were in the whole country. Obviously, yes, I agree. That will definitely stop the wheel of business to a grind. I agree. But there has to be a balance somewhere between safety and security and business continuity.
So let's just double click on that. You know, the government in the UAE set in federal rules and regulations to say this is how you're supposed to act in terms of cybersecurity. Here are some of the threats, providing education to businesses as well. What role do you think the government plays more broadly in cybersecurity? And what things do you think need to happen in the future?
For small businesses we're talking about,
yeah.
Right? I think at the moment their rules are not being enforced. I think government can play a better role in enforcing those rules. But I think everybody is struggling with finding the balance between not shutting the businesses down and ensuring data safety. So I think all governments are struggling with that, and I think they're finding ways to deal with that.
It's an ever-evolving thing.
It's an evolving threat, of course.
You know, we've probably covered 2 or 3 of the types of threats, but you know they keep evolving and growing as time goes on.
But if you look at the infrastructure, the type of the threats might be different, but how they happen usually are similar. But certain industries have definitely, like the IFC we're talking about, fintech, crypto, where personal information and banking information are there. KYC, you got my passport all the way to my Emirates ID and my money. I mean, this is a gold mine, right? I mean, somebody gets that, they're good to go. So there, yes, regulation is being implemented and is being enforced, and that's something that puts UAE on #1 list of all countries who's doing that. Singapore is way distant number 2. UAE is definitely one of the best countries. That's why I said DIFC, one of the best regulated financial free zones in the world. I haven't seen anyone else. In other financials, they're like, oh, okay, can you get it 6 months later? Okay, we'll give you time to do it. And that's the problem, not enforcing it.
And let's pull these threads together with some how-to guides. What to do if the worst happens and you do get hacked. And I know because I've been there through a small business email compromise, and the bank was great actually in Dubai, and Dubai police were really good. I mean, they went on for a year looking for the bad guys, and they got them. So I've had I've had a bad experience, no one wants to be hacked, but I've had a good experience in terms of a resolution. But what to do when you get hacked, the tech perspective and the banking perspective?
You want to go first?
Sure. From the tech perspective, it really depends. Is it your banking? Is it your phone? I mean, disconnect. You gotta disconnect, report to the bank, to the police, just like you did. And the faster you do it, the higher chance that the culprit could be caught. Obviously, changing your passwords, that would be number one thing to do, right? If you fell for the whole give me your OTP or open your UAE pass and you realize it later, immediately getting back on there and changing the pass or informing the bank. You need to inform the obviously the banking system to stop, even if you lost money, so there won't be possible second withdrawals from the bank. But if you get hacked and it's happened, probably you're never going to see that money coming back. So we see that every day, unfortunately.
Tom, what would be your thoughts? What would be your advice? Small businesses listening to this, watching this.
So there's multiple different things that we as RAKBANK like to put in place. So on the individual side, from a digital angle, if you see a suspicious transaction, you have the ability to block that card, block that transaction. Immediately, what we say is communicate with the bank. And there's multiple different service channels where you can do that. We've got chat, we've got voice. You can speak to your RM, you can go into branch. There's many different avenues, very well-trained people that can help support you, and they will look after their account and look after you as a customer. I think for us, we're very, very secure, multi-layer security, bank-level security, authentication biometrics, full bank-grade standard. But it is a lot about education, understanding what types of threats are out there, understanding what looks suspicious and what doesn't look suspicious, and being very on your toes with what types of threats are there in the market currently.
And I'd finish with, what are the 3 things small businesses in the UAE should do today to protect themselves?
First, bring on an expert to educate your staff about the threats. It's not a big expense. It definitely will pay itself. Look at your infrastructure and look at how you do business. If people are not trained, if the accounts are not trained, you had a experience with a fake email, obviously transaction thing, right?
Fell for it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. People for that. But the cybersecurity awareness, Tom actually pointed out, it actually teaches you that. We have our videos and slides that actually shows you how to spot a fake link. That's number one. Education in small business is the biggest thing, because as I said, the line of attack is actually people, not the technology. Processes. Fix your processes, okay? Have you guys seen, hey, I'm sick, buy me $200 or $200 worth of Apple cards? Have you seen that pack? That's been going on for years out here. So they get my email, they send my staff an email, and we get them, the funny is that we get them all the time. Hi, this is Amir, guys. I'm not coming to the office, and it instructs one of the guys in finance or one of the ladies in finance, could you run down to the store and give me 2,000 dirhams of Apple gift cards and send, oh yeah. And you know how many people actually fall for that? Because they fake my email with one character or a dot in between my name and my last name.
So it looks like it's a message from the boss.
From me. Yes. So education, cybersecurity awareness, a simple training, 15 minutes can actually fix that. You're not too busy for that. So then technology, yes, upgrade your technology. Don't buy a home internet and use it in your office. If you do not have the budget and you're staying at a lower, that small of a business, you are a target, you will be hacked. You have to put some risk mitigation plan together. Okay, I don't have the budget for this, but if I do get hacked, what do I do?
If I remember these 3 things, if I'm cautious and aware of these things, you will.
And that you can download from the internet. You don't need to pay for it. So you can download a risk mitigation plan for your small business off of Googling it and be prepared. Okay, if you don't have the budget, have a plan if you do get hacked, because you will get hacked. It's just a matter of time.
Amir, we're going to have to leave it there. Appreciate your time. Thanks very much indeed. Amir Kolahzadeh of ITSEC, appreciate your time. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Tom Baxendale of RAKBANK, good to have you on the pod.
Thank you.
Thanks very much indeed. That is it for this edition of the SME Souk podcast. Do join us for the next one.